Salomon invited me to join some professional trail runners and other trail running media to see what the latest Salomon trail shoes are really all about. So it's time to hop on a plane and head west. This is a runner's weekend in Vail, Colorado. Yo, what's going on? Normally when I start up my travel videos, you know I like to drop the video right in to the beginning of my first run whenever I arrive to a new place. But today, I'm in Vail, Colorado. It's gonna be part of a multi-day adventure running from point to point here in the Colorado Rockies with Salomon, testing out a variety of their shoes. So I thought I would kind of take it easy because I may be in over my head. Plus, the altitude here is over 8,000 feet, and I'm having a hard time just going for a little bit of a walk uphill, catching my breath. So today, I'm gonna start out this trip with a nice easy walk, enjoying this beautiful scenery. I already got to meet a bunch of the people that are gonna be on this trip. Rickey, Salomon athlete, is going to be guiding us on this adventure, and he told me that this altitude here, Vail, 8,000 feet, is going to be the lowest altitude we'll be at for the entire trip. After my short but exhausting little walk, I had time to meet up with some of the group at the hotel bar that had a pretty nice view before we headed out for dinner. Over a good meal and tasty beers, it was great to get to know everyone a little bit more. Rickey Yates is a professional runner for Salomon, and he's put together this running tour called Hut Run Hut, where we would run from point to point over the course of several days in the mountains. Rickey brought two other people to help make this trip possible. Gus is a veteran trail runner who was the co-guide for this tour. He's been here before and he knows the way. And Ryan was in charge of the gear truck for this trip. He would make sure all of our gear, food, and beer was there waiting for us at the end of each running day. From the business side, there was Steph, Corinne, and Dylan. Steph is in charge of sports marketing at Salomon. All athlete contracts go through her. Dylan is a photojournalist that Salomon hired for the trip, and Corinne works for the PR agency that made this whole thing possible. And as for media on this trip, there was 5 of us. Seth is a new but impressive ultra runner who works with my friends over at Believe in the Run. Tanya is a journalist who's written for a variety of magazines and newspapers like the Washington Post. Nick is a writer and editor for Trail Runner magazine. Pat writes for Runner's World and is currently training for a 200-mile race around the Alps. And then there was me, a dude who lives at sea level and runs mostly flat roads. The following morning, we had time for a quick breakfast before we had to pack up, check out of the hotel, and head out to the trailhead, where we would meet some local Salomon pros who would be joining us for some, if not all, of the trip. First, there was Morgan at Mercedes. Mo is a 2-time member of Team USA at the World Mountain and Trail Running Championships. Mercedes is a Salomon athlete ambassador and currently training for Leadville in a couple weeks. Then we had Tabor and Eli Hemming. Each of them is a pro Salomon athlete, and they also happen to be 5th-generation ranchers. And finally, we were also joined by 4-time national trail champion Andy Wacker. Die-hard mountain running fans will know that this group just happened to comprise 4 out of 8 members of the 2022 U.S. mountain running team. How I got invited to be part of this run group, I'm still not really sure. The plan for the day was to start from Tennessee Pass Trailhead and run about 12 miles with 3,000 feet of gain and about 1,700 feet of descent. And just before we stopped for lunch, we crossed the only paved surface we would encounter for the entire trip. And Rickey has a rule for this crossing. We had to get across the road in a short amount of time for safety purposes, but we also weren't allowed to simply run or walk across. We had to come up with a plan. And since we had some ranchers in our midst, we decided that we would cross as a bunch of cattle.
Ladies, hey, there we go! Come on! Cross the road! Let's go! Come on! Another uphill section. I'm just gonna hike all the uphills. I know it's not a race even, but man, we're still at like 9,000 something feet. It's just so high.
The huts we would be staying in for this trip were built to honor the 10th Mountain Division, designed to fight in the mountain regions of Europe during World War II. Before lunch, we stopped at a stream near the remnants of Camp Hale, and we filled our water bottles and explored the old barracks. Ryan met us at the lunch rendezvous point and had a nice spread laid out for us. And after spending the morning running in the wilderness, everything tasted good.
After a quick pit stop for lunch, refilled on fluids, fuel, food, shoe change. We're in the Thundercross now, and getting on part 2 of the run for today. We're gonna be heading towards a waterfall, and then it's a lot of climbing. I'd like to say that the views that are breathtaking here, and they are, but we're still at about 9,400 feet, so I still can't breathe. Everyone here is jogging. I'm out of breath. I'm working hard, but I'm keeping up. I had to step aside, let everyone get ahead of me. Whew. I'm doing a lot of walking now. My heart rate is at marathon effort right now.
At a certain point, Rickey had us go off trail. He warned us that this portion would be challenging, and he let us know that other groups he's taken on this journey have called this climb Rickey's Revenge.
We're doing about 23, 24 minute miles, maybe even slower than that. I'm holding up the group, but this is as fast as I can go.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Look at how relaxed everyone else is. Look at me. starting off day 2 of this adventure, leaving the Jackal Hut. And take it nice and easy to start out with. Doing a ridgeline run today. We're gonna walk for a little bit, and at some point, I'll probably get dropped, but it'll be fun to try and keep up with these guys and just take in all these views. This is absolutely incredible. This is the steep part. Guys, watch is telling me we're at 12,400 feet. I think this is the highest I've ever been. Now we're gonna keep moving to somewhere over, I don't know, somewhere over there. Alright guys, I'm feeling a little woozy up here. See how this goes. Gotta get up to Rickey. So we were up there, ran down through here, now up there.
Time to shift it up, mate.
Yeah. I'm giving it all she's got. My goal for all these climbs is to just not stop moving. There's still so much more to go. Little huts over here. feel like we should go in this hut.
Well, do another drenching.
Oh boy. That's about as far as I'm gonna go in this hut, guys. It's scary in there. See, I told you. Alright guys, we finally made it back to the main road. We're just gonna run up around the corner off this hill and then make a left. We should be at the next hut. We made it to the Fowler Hilliard hut. Whew, that was a lot of up and down today, and an altitude PR for me today too. I'm ready for a little break. Good morning, guys. It is a little bit before 9 a.m. I think today's Wednesday. Ricky's finishing up loading up the truck. And today we have our longest day. We're gonna have 6 miles of downhill and then another 9 miles after lunch with over 3,000 feet of climbing. I'm pretty tired. This is a lot harder than I thought it would be. I didn't think it was gonna be easy, but it's really hard. And we'll see how it goes. We're at 11,500 feet right now at this hut, Fowler Hilliard hut, and I think the next hut we're going to be at is 11,400 feet. So we're going to go down a whole bunch and then up a whole bunch. Should be an interesting day. Everyone's just about ready to head out already. The sun is high in the sky and it's hot. We got some flowy, rolling down hills, lots of rocks, lots of bumps. It's like the 5th water crossing. Every time I do, my feet get so cold I can't run for a good minute afterwards because my feet just hurt so bad. Just finished lunch. Ran a little final stretch of today's run. 9 miles, over 3,000 feet of gain. So we've been going up this hill steadily since we started after lunch. And this is so hard. We're going 18, 19-minute miles. My heart rate is at marathon effort. All right, guys. Ricky let me borrow his poles. I do feel like it's making a difference, even though it's my first time using them, and I'm probably not using them great, but already feels like it makes a difference. detour off the main road that we were on, and now we're on another trail, really soft and mushy underfoot. Lots of pine needles. It is, you feel like the quiet before the storm. To the top of Wingle Ridge. We're gonna do some jogging now. I'm gonna try to do some jogging now. Whew. Weather turned on us pretty fast. Some lightning and thunder up on the ridge, so we're getting all the way down now. Gus is carrying my poles for me. We were pretty much at 12,000 feet. Now I gotta go all the way back down. Whew. There was hail for a second, but luckily that stopped. The danger is over, and I was worried that we were then going to have to go back up there. But I think the ridge was going to spit us down over here anyway, where we're headed. At least that's what I hope. Because I'm pretty much spent, guys. I ain't got a lot left. Alright guys, spend the night in the Shrine Mountain Inn hut along the 10th Mountain Division hut series of huts. Let's take a look inside. Alright, got a wood burning fireplace in here. Here's the kitchen. There's actually potable drinking water at this one. Stove. Let me take you downstairs. This is where I slept last night. Lots of bunks down here. Let's get back upstairs. Got one bedroom in here. Here's first shower I had seen in days over here. Sink, toilet. It's the first non-outhouse toilet I've seen in days. All right, let's take a look up these beautiful, well-worn wooden stairs. Lots of bunk space up here. We got one here. Elk, I think. And we got a couple of bedrooms. 2 bunks over here. A little reading nook. Another bathroom. And another bedroom. And that's the hut. It is a little bit after 9 a.m. Thursday morning. And the dessert on this mountain running and vert buffet is going to be 9 miles, 3,000 feet of downhill, and I was told there would be no uphill, so I'm really looking forward to it. Even though this is going to be a really big downhill day, it's still starting out at 11,000 feet. We are currently at an elevation of 8,995 feet. It's the first time we've been below 9,000 for this entire running trip. And I gotta tell you, never has 8,995 feet of elevation felt like there was so much air. I made it. Woo! Thank you. Not much of a recovery run for me, but it was fun. It was fun.
Nice, dude.
Whew.
Our hut run hut trip ended in Red Cliff, Colorado for one last meal of fish tacos and margaritas. The main thing I was feeling at this point, other than exhaustion, was relief. Relief that I didn't quit on any of these really hard days, and relief that it was over. Mountain running is like an entirely different sport than what I do. Everything was hard out here. Breathing was hard. Getting enough sleep was hard because of the altitude. And because of the exhaustion, it was definitely a struggle to get in enough nutrition. And yet, I had a fantastic time. I met great people. I saw incredible things. And because I did not quit, I had the adventure of a lifetime.